Hello everyone, it's Pixel again, and this is my review of Chapter 9 of Twilight's Dollhouse. So, yeah, first and foremost, disclaimer, I own nothing. Everything belongs to the rightful owners, so please go and support them and be nice, please. So, yeah, this starts with Twilight turning Dash into a doll. And that she's not going to be friends with Twilight because she promised that she wouldn't hurt Scootaloo. And once again, Twilight is still says that this is a gift that she's given both Rainbow Dash and Scootaloo. And Lyra tries to get her to accept this. And she even says that Rainbow and the others have failed Twilight because they're supposed to be her friends. Yeah, Twilight, because they're supposed to be her friends. And of course she brings up, sorry about that, she brings up what happened to Cadence in Shining Armor. And while Rainbow Dash still protests that she's still Twilight's friend, just not, like, well, not being turned into a doll. And also capturing Scootaloo and holding her prisoner. I am terrible, sorry. Yeah, like, I am so sorry, excuse me. But she tells Lyra that she had nothing to gain from this until she did. Since when she was still a pony, she never once hanged out with Twilight. But Lyra says that she promised that she wouldn't hurt Bon Bon. And Rainbow even blames Twilight for what happened because, well, I am sorry about that. I am just awful. I am terrible. And that she can't just do this because they're not being nice to her. But Lyra thinks that the problem is that nobody stops to think how Twilight feels. Yeah, Twilight and Dash says that this is not Twilight anymore. But Lyra thinks that she's wrong. And yeah. And Twilight is busy fixing the replica of Ponyville. And yeah. So Lyra goes to her and asks how her walk was. But yeah. Sorry about that. So apparently Twilight at one point managed to get Opal Essence, Tank, Angel, and as well as some other animals and turn them into dolls. And Lyra suggests that Twilight takes a break, but Twilight refuses and so she decides to talk about what she has plans for the Apple family. And we are seen once again with Colgate. Yeah, Colgate, and how she's trying to find out about what happened to Lyra and Bonbon. And since the police didn't believe her, she thinks that the princesses will. But yeah, she bumps into Twilight and she thinks that it's strange that ponies are just moving out all of a sudden. And yeah. And Colgate thinks that there was something else, that it wasn't an accident. Since Colgate knew Lyra and Bonbon, and that neither one of them would have left the gas on. But Twilight just doesn't take her seriously and just, tries and cover up if she knows anything. I'm so dumb. And she almost turns her into a doll, but luckily Colgate gets away. And Twilight is back at the library where Silver Spoon shows up. And she wonders if she can learn more about the dolls. And that Twilight says that she can play with them if she wants to. And wonders if she can make one of Apple Bloom, since there's already Scootaloo and Sweetie Belle. So, yeah, Twilight decides to go and make a doll of Apple Bloom. And Yeah. And Lyra wonders if... why can't you just, like, use a spell to make everyone nice? And Twilight says that it's not so simple, since they'll keep the personality and their memories of each pony. So as long as no one destroys their minds, they'll stay immortal. They'll live forever, basically. So yeah, she decides to fix the dolls of Scootaloo and Sweetie Belle, while Silver Spoon plays with the other dolls. So, yeah, Twilight plays with Silver Spoon and decides to bring Apple Bloom to the library. And meanwhile, Rainbow Dash is wondering where this all went wrong. And she admits that she doesn't like talking about feelings because but she didn't know that Applejack was lying when she said that Twilight was okay. And she basically doesn't know what to do now. And wonders if she should just lie to Twilight like Lyra, if it means she can be free. Well, basically let her out of the prison that Twilight put her in. But Scootaloo shows up to rescue her. And apparently Twilight gave Scootaloo the ability to fly. Sorry about that. Yeah, but decides that they decide that they're going to try to escape. And there's actually a bit of a heartwarming moment where Rainbow Dash says that she did consider adopting Scootaloo. And that Rainbow says that still, if anything happens to her, she has to still try and escape. So yeah, they go to find Rarity and the others where... Yeah. But... yeah, they go and find Vinyl and Rarity. But Rainbow tells Scootaloo to stay at the house. And she'll come back once she finds a way out, and they'll make a run for it. And So yeah, she goes to Vinyl and Rarity and wonders where Octavia is. She's frozen, and when she tried to get through the barrier, and Rainbow asks why they don't just ask Twilight to unfreeze her, but Vinyl, because she threatened Octavia's life if they tried anything, so from the last escape attempt, and yeah. So they're gonna try again and see if Rainbow Dash can fly and get through the barrier. So yeah, she does, and she actually finds, as well as some other ponies. And yeah, she also finds, well, actually she finds a cork board with that has pictures of ponies as well as string around it, like one of those boards that, yeah. So yeah, as to who Twilight is going after next. So yeah, Rarity and Vinyl because Dash does find a way out and brings Rarity and Vinyl with her. Sorry about that. And sorry. We then see Apple Bloom playing on the playground when she's approached by Silver Spoon. And apparently she's upset because she thinks that since apparently everyone is leaving, her friends, her brother, and she invites her to play with the Dollhouse, which Apple Bloom does, and apparently Twilight wants to be friends with her as well. But apparently Applejack told her sister to stay away from her. And Silver Spoon tells her about the dolls. Sorry about that. Yeah, tells her about the dolls and sorry. Sorry about that. And takes her to the library where Twilight has some milk and cookies waiting for them. And yeah, so they both have some milk and cookies, and Apple Bloom asks for some milk. And yeah, she goes, and Apple Bloom goes and takes the milk, well, drinks it, and she tells Twilight tells Silver Spoon to go down into the basement to get the dolls ready to show Apple Bloom. And as soon as Silver Spoon leaves, Apple Bloom doesn't feel good. And yeah, basically, Twilight just skips what she's going to say and just turns Apple Bloom into a doll. So yeah, she gives her to Silver Spoon and she asks about Scootaloo and Sweetie Belle. And yeah, she finds Scootaloo and yeah. And yeah, Scootaloo, Twilight takes 2 pins and pins them through Scootaloo's wings. And yeah, like she pins them to her side. And Rainbow hears this and goes to save her and stop Twilight. And Silver Spoon, she even lets Silver Spoon take the Crusaders to her house, and Twilight tells her to bring them back tomorrow. So, yeah. She goes and Twilight goes upstairs as well. And unfreezes them and before she goes back upstairs and goes to sleep. Yeah, and apparently Twilight promised Big Mac that she wouldn't hurt his family. And she'll also have to deal with Applejack now since Apple Bloom won't be coming home. And sorry about that. Twilight, like, Big Mac explains that he will I am so sorry, excuse me. That she should go talk to Celestia, but Twilight thinks that she'll just blame her for everything. And she even thinks that Celestia loved Cadence more than her, because apparently she sent Luna to comfort her after finding Cadence. But Lyra tells her that it isn't true and that that they're still her friends. But Twilight knows that Celestia may find out sooner or later. And that means if the population gets too low, she'll have to start the dollhouse all over again. And by that, she means getting rid of her enemies. Since she's been trying to perfect the spell to turn them into dolls. And she actually does get a letter from Celestia. And the letter says that Spike hasn't been feeling well. And apparently that there was a toy attached to the letter. A little doll. And yeah, Berry Punch is back and she's badly burnt, but Twilight still is able to save her. So, Twilight decides to talk to everyone tomorrow. And, yeah. But Big Mac isn't... says that he'll wait for Twilight in the morning when she's done. And, yeah, they all go to sleep. And, yeah, that was the end of the chapter. So, yeah. Once again, this is interesting because we see that Twilight knows that she's not going to be able to hide this forever. Especially from Celestia because, well, ever since what happened to Shining Armor and Cadence, I mean, and especially Celestia most likely, feels bad about what happened and that Twilight is going through something and she thinks that this is, her way of, coping. Albeit unhealthy, but yeah, 'cause that's, yeah. Anywho, yeah, so, yeah, because, yeah, and Twilight has now gotten Apple Bloom, and yeah, no doubt is Applejack going to wonder where her little sister is, since... And because, yeah, and like I said before, Twilight knows that she's not going to be able to hide this forever, and she even, she eventually planned the rest of this out. Who is she going to get next to turn into a doll? Yeah. I am so dumb. I am terrible. But yeah, anywho, so yeah, Twilight, yeah, she knows that she's not going to be able to hide this forever, but there's no telling... Sorry about that. I had to stretch. If she will get too cocky and think that she can hide this forever, because, yeah, given how far Twilight has gone, given the fact that she promised that she wouldn't hurt Scootaloo, only to immediately break that promise to Dash. Because, well, yeah, like I said, it's, like, basically, yeah, like what Twilight is doing, like, it isn't healthy. And it isn't good for the ponies that she's turning into dolls. Because, well, yeah, like, she makes and gives them, she made a replica of Ponyville, but at the same time, it's still a cage. Like, a nice cage is still a cage, and they're not really happy. And but yeah, like, there's no telling what Twilight is going to do next. Now that Silver Spoon has been basically lied to by Twilight, but also the fact that there's no telling if Twilight will turn on her. Like, will she turn her into a doll, or will she give Silver Spoon a second chance if it comes to that? There's no telling. And yeah, like, I also loved the relationship between Rainbow Dash and Scootaloo in this, because, yeah, like, it's nice to see that, like, the two of them, like, be sisters. Since Scootaloo looks up to Rainbow Dash as a sister. So, yeah, I think that's it for now, but regardless, I do hope you all enjoyed, and thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!